Welcome guys to another Tuesday night live from the bank Q&A with me, Leon Bartrop. Good to see you here. If you're just tuning in, people are starting to roll in, and this is basically, we have about 45 minutes to an hour of the community question and answers on trying to help you with your fishing. Plus it's just a community where we chat and we talk about fishing and we help each other with lots of different bits and pieces. You may want to think about subscribing if you're not already a subscriber. Don't forget to hit that bell notification and you'll never miss one of these live streams again. Welcome guys, we've got 44 people in here already. How is everybody? Roy Close, evening. Sean Saunders, evening. James Madwick, good to see you in here, mate. Good to see you, Anthony. James, good to see you. Am I coming across loud and clear, guys? Can you hear me well? Evening Daryl Hall, evening David Dorkin, Keith Oakey, see I got your name right Keith, Luke Shaw, good to see you, Graham the Dodge Green, good to see you as well mate, Jason Clayton, God, there's everybody's coming in, Joe Brown, Rhino Tech, blimey, look at that, look, look at, we've got Rhino Tech in as well. We do really good lights and bits and kit for the photographer. So they're here as well. Sean Rowlands, good to see you, mate. Sean Rowlands says he's looking for a new set of alarms. What do you think? I'm using MX Pluses at the moment. MX Pluses are quite good alarms. For the money, I don't think you can go wrong with them. Depends on your budget, Sean. Mr. MJ Moore, good to see you. Lewis Uglas, evening. Amazing CARP, evening. Let's see if we can get a shot. If you could see what I could see now. Look at that, look. Look at that. Look at the moon. And the rods. Got to go, haven't they? Got to go. R3s, yeah, Nash R3s, they're very good. Hi Paul Butterworth, good to see you. Dave Fisher, good to see you as well. Luke Towner, good to see you. Yep, looking good. Gavin Cross, good to see you, mate. Good to see everyone in here. Foster's Carp TV. Oh, SK Alarms 130. It's looking absolutely bang on. It's been very quiet, the lake, though. Not a lot happening. So, hopefully, we might nick one. David Dalton, good to see you. Steve Root, good to see you as well. Yeah, I hope so, Steve. Looking for a run tonight, he says. Gidris, good to see you as well. Yeah, it's been blowing from behind me across my shoulder down in this bay, but it's flat calm now and it's looking good. And if I turn that light off a bit, you can still, no, you can't see me, can you? 35 people in the house. Yes, Roy, very good. For those of you who don't know, I was looking for a bivvy. I wasn't really sure which one to go for. All the guys I spoke to said Tempest. So I've gone for the V2 Tempest. I've invested in it and I'm loving it. It's really, really good. I've got the skull cap on tonight to keep the condensation out. Them nights are drawing in now. They're getting cold. It's actually, I've got my jacket on as well. And I've got me, look at that, guys, look. My black chicken hoodie. This is the charcoal one, which are available now on the website leoncarper.com. I know a few of you guys have ordered them, should be with you soon, but these are pucker, really nice and soft, nice to sleep in as well. I'm a bit particular about what I sleep in hoodie wise, so I get a lot of headaches, but this is, it's really, really nice. Hi Brian Mills, good to see you. Barney, look, here he is, look, doing what he does, look. That's what he does best, doesn't he? That's what he does best, sleep. Toby Blackman says, what's my opinion on pre-baiting this time of year? I think it's a very good idea. I increase my levels of bait this time of year because they may be having a munch, not always. And also I mix in from about now to the beginning of November and I increase my winter bait. So I'll be using like 75% fish meal, 25% all season System X bait, and as the weeks go by that'd be 50-50, then 75% of winter bait until eventually beginning November is 100%. So I get them used to that food source. Great, I hope that helps you, Toby. Graham Turner says, just about to start on a new lake which is very deep and clear. Was going to start with chods or hinges. What do you think? I would say if it's very clear, it must be very weedy as well. I love the old hinge stiffies on the little spots in between the weed, but don't ignore the zigs. As soon as it starts getting colder, fish the zigs 3, 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot below the surface, Graham. The zigs have done really well for me in the winter. Yeah, they're Gildris. These hoodies are really nice quality, really nice, and they come up a little bit big, and I like them baggy so you can sleep in them properly and that. No, Lee Munslow says, has Barney got a bit of staff in him? No, he's a Parsons Jack Russell, so they were bred originally for hunting foxes, so he's quite stocky and he's got long legs. Max JP says, hi Leon, best rig for heavy lily padded lake. I would use 35-pound hook links, and I'd use a strong line, probably 18-pound line, something like GR60, something like that, in 18-pound, or Synchro in 18-pound. And I'd probably use, that's what I'd use, yeah. John Life says, just ordered a charcoal hoodie. Yep, they are really not. I wouldn't say it. You know me, guys. I don't sell any rubbish and I don't give you any bad advice. These hoodies are really nice. And for the money, including postage, 29 quid 99, you won't go far wrong, believe me. Plus, I've got loads of different designs coming out. But I think I quite like the black chicken. It just, on the charcoal colour, it just blends in nicely. It's not too much, it's just nice. MJ Mercer said, what's the water temperature? I took it today and it's still 16 degrees. So what? Even though it's a cold wind, you get in, the water temperature's still quite warm because it's sunny during the day, but tonight I've got my jacket on because it's quite cold. Hello, Jerome from Holland. Good to see you, mate. Mr. Treacle7 says, hi Leon, what do you think on baiting heavy in the winter? Well, if you see my videos on Sandhurst last year, it's quite high stock of fish and they feed in the winter. I was baiting probably 20 spods every night. So I like to go heavy with the particle, chop boilies, little 10 millers, you know, hemp, maize, bit sweet corn, bit of groats, and give it to them, you know. I quite like baiting heavy in the winter. I probably bait more heavy in the winter than I do in the summer. Mark Charles says, any news on the new t-shirts? I will have them up on the website with all those new designs by the weekend, Mark. So don't worry, they'll be there. Same price as well. Andy says, hi Leon, best winter suit. I like to, I don't wear a suit on the bottom. I wear those army puffer sort of trousers, which are about 20 quid, something like that, 25 quid. If you go and look at a video I did on winter clothing, it's on my list of videos. Go and have a look at that. That'll give you a really good idea. No worries, Max. Lee Muzz, I think he's more lazy than Mr. Carp Pooch. Yeah, he's very definitely lazy. Billy Oakley says, do you do Carp Dog kids t-shirts? I will be. There will be, there's some Black Chicken kids hoodies at the moment. I'll be looking into that and they might be up there by the weekend as well, Billy. So I'll be doing a Carp Dog one. Would you think of doing a Carp Dog design with like a staff on there as well? Like, instead of Barney, have a staff. But some people have got staffs, a lot of people got staffs, and they want to, you know, make it their own sort of design. So I'm looking for some ideas of like staffs one. Obviously we've got Barney the Carp Dog, and any other sort of ideas that you breed of dog that you fancy. So I'll get a design done and then just put them up on the website. The Carp Finder says, hi Leon, do you do a flying rat hoodie? No, but that's my next project. Jerome Van Duslar says, do you also send to Holland? The hoodies I do, well yeah, all of it, all the merc on there I do send to Holland. I've got to look at, if you message me, Jerome, private message me or email me at leon@leoncarper.com, I'm looking to try and get some better postage prices because the postage is about 20 quid and I'm trying to get it down to about 11, 12 quid for the rest of the world basically. So I'm looking at places, but yes, I do send and I'll be able to get you a better price than what's on the website for the postage. David Dawkins says, any news about the t-shirts, the one with the real alarm on it? Yes, this coming weekend, David, that all the new designs of t-shirts and hoodies with those new designs should be up there. James Spencer says, hi Leon, I've just bought a new Shimano setup and I know how to tie a few rigs. Should I go straight in and start making my own rigs, or carry on buying pre-tied rigs until I'm fully confident? Great question, James. What I would do is I would buy the pre-tied rigs of the rig that you like, you've been successful, you've been confident in. Then what I do is at the same time I buy the individual components and start making them up, so until you get used to making the rigs up exactly as they're made up with the pre-tied ones. And then when you get confident tying them up yourself, then stop buying the pre-tied ones. Evening, Tommy Tucker, good to see you here, mate. Meet this weekend on an overnight. Happy days, Tommy. John Wood, how are you, mate? Good to see you in here. Michael Carroll, up Leon, do you prefer your winter, do you prep your winter bait at all? Yes, I still, instead of using like salmon oil and things like that to glug my boilies, to, you know, to mature them, I use hemp oil a lot, or a stick mix liquid, which has got hemp oil, tiger nut oil in there, lots of other bits and pieces, kelp, glycerine, which is the bulk of what I use, because it's very, very sweet, and the fish in the winter, they love a bit of sweet. Just finishing a cuppa, look. We've got loads of new mugs in here as well, with all the new designs. Carl Williams says, evening Leon from the bank at Crystal Waters, France. Cheers for tuning in, Carl. Hope you're having a brilliant session over there. Really good lake, Crystal Waters. Cheers. Morgan Evans says, good luck Leon tonight. Billy Oakley said, are you selling any of the cups, t-shirts at the Winter Carp Show? No, I'll be working on the Summit Tackle stand at the Winter Carp Show. The only place you can get my t-shirts is off the website. Lee Greenhill says, would you go single base or spod out first this time of the year, Leon? It all depends on the stock of the fish. If it's a highly stocked lake like Sandhurst or Farlows, I'll be spodding. But if it's an understocked lake, like I'm fishing at the moment, where they're very hard to come by the bites, I'll probably do a scatter in a bait and fish like a fluoro pop-up. Fish singles maybe, and then once I find the fish in the winter, or an area they're in, then I'll start baiting it. The Welsh Carp Catchers, good to see you, mate. Brian Mills. Yep. Lee Munzer says, DPD are good couriers. Yep. MJ Mercer says, have I got a baseball cap? No, I haven't got a baseball cap yet. I can source them, but I'm not sure if people really want baseball caps with a black chicken on, but that's another idea. I can put it up on there. It's not a problem. I can put them up on the website. Hazy Boy says, hey, I remember you mentioned oils and which ones are ones to stay away from the winter. Can you cover that again, please? Brian Mills just did a little bit. Stay away from the peanutty oils. Get things like Minamino, which is not an oil, it's more of a liquid. Hydrolyzed liver liquid. Hemp oil and toasted sesame seed oil is a good one. Thank you, Andy. Barry Ingram 31 says, hi Leon, what rigs are you using tonight? I've got two rigs on the D rig, which I've done a video on, and I'm using Martin Clark's slip D rig on one. I'm giving that a go because I love the mechanics of it. Sean Saunders says, hi Leon, have you ever fished Loggins Lake in Canterbury? So any advice? I'm booked up to go in a few weeks. Yes, I fished there. I would fish up there. I would fish little bits, like little bits of corn, small boilies on a stick, and just use that as the attractor. Hi Brian. David Homewood says, hi Leon, do you use artificial baits? Thoughts? I do. I love plastic corn, especially if you soak it in tallinn. It's a very good winter attractor, tallims. It's very, very sweet, and I always soak my plastic baits. I might tip a bottom bait, like a 15 miller, I tip it with a white or a yellow plastic bait. Sean Rowland says, talking about sounders, what do you think of the maggot ban now? I think it's a good thing, because you don't need to use maggots down there to catch fish. That's for certain. Right, I'm just flicking through the questions and the comments, guys. Ollie Waits, good evening to you. Tried to go backwards then, there was loads. Joel Duck says, new t-shirt named Blanca. Hashtag Blanca. What do you think of that? I might do that one actually. Roy Close says, good hemp oil, spot on for your boilies. Yep. I'll tell you what else they need in the winter, and they need it because what's in it is liver powder. If you get a good liver powder, coat your boilies in hemp oil and then put the liver powder over the top. Just a couple of spoonfuls, and just let it soak in for 2 days before you go. Now, I did a video on this, how to pimp up or how to highlight your boilies, so that's worth checking out on my channel. PJ Martin, Leon, can you tell us about the System X baits? I don't want to make this an advert, PJ. Go and have a look on their website. But I've developed with them the new fish meal bait, which they're bringing out next year, and I've revised the System X all-season bait, which is an all-season, which has got lots of liver powder in it, lots of good stuff in there, so you can use it all year round. And I've designed some oils, not designed, I'm just telling them what oils they need to get, like the liver powder, the hemp oil and all that, to complement it really. Brine is, yes, glycerine is also a short-term preservative, 100% brine. It's used in loads of stuff that we eat, glycerine. It's if you get glugs and that, it's what the bulk of glugs are. But this particular one, I don't like to make it an advert for SSP, but the stick mix liquid which they're coming out is probably half glycerine, and the rest is made up of hemp oil and the tiger nut juice, the real stuff, you know, the yellow stuff, and some kelp in there as well, which is good. So it's what I'd use anyway to put on my boilies. So, you know, I've got them to do that. They should be coming out soon as well. Camera can't be good to see. He says, do you still think it's good to fish singles this time of year for range fishing? Most definitely. If I'm fishing range over 120 yards or something, which I never do because that's not my fishing, but I would fish singles out there, bang them out there, fluoro single out there, you get bites. Tweaker says, hi mate, what time is the best time to pre-bait for carp? Let's say I want to start fishing at 7 AM. I'll probably pre-bait 2 or 3 days before, if you can, if you're going to fish at 7 AM, and do it in the evening, just on last light, because you've got all the flying rats about. Yeah, have another look at this, guys. Look how beautiful that is. You can't even see the rods, you can just see the moon, big moon tonight. God, we've got so many comments in here, 88 people in here. Evening Tommy Atkins. Colin Osborne says, evening Leon, enjoying the live feed, good crowd also, always a good crowd in here. Guys, if you like these type of videos, this particular live feed, get yourself over to our closed Facebook group. We've got about 1,100 people in there now, and we all ask each other's questions. There's no slagging off, or if you're only just started fishing, everyone's helpful. Get yourself over to it, only takes one bite. Close Facebook group. Billy Oakley says, what would you do if everyone else was spodding in a lake you are fishing? Would you do the same or single hook bait? If everyone's spodding, it depends on the lake. Like Sanders, everyone spods, so I know they switch on to that, so I spod. It just depends on the lake and how to fish. If people aren't getting bites when they're spodding, then go for a single or a little bag or something like that. Evening Cranky Carpers. Where's best to source liver powder for adding to boilies? Can it be found in supermarkets or just tackle shops? There's a few companies that sell the liver powder, but it's got to be the right one. It's got to be chicken liver powder, hydrolyzed liver powder. Now, again, I don't want to make this an advert, but SSP will be bringing out the proper liver powder in the next month or so. So look out for that. In the meantime, you've got Sticky Baits, they do a good liver powder. Urban Baits, they do a good liver powder. Or you've got Callum at, I can't remember the name of the company, they do all liquids and hydrolyzed liver powder and all that. What's it called? Aquafeeds, British Aquafeeds, that's it. Sean Rowland says, you have very good ideas in bait. You ever thought of making your own and selling them through the website? It's just a lot of hassle, Sean. It's just a lot of hassle. I have thought about it, and I used to sell pop-ups, but now I'm sort of doing it, I'm helping SSP helping SSP with, you know, to bring out the right products, the right bait with the right ingredients in there. So, you know, that's what gives me a buzz. Yeah, what Brian Mills says, as far as he's aware, as far as he's concerned, the best fruit flavour for winter is Nutri-Based Wonder Fruit. Brilliant flavour, that, Brian Mills. Evening, Jay Bradley. Mikolis Taranda, shout out to you. He's from Latvia and he's tuning in. It's amazing we get people from America, Latvia, Russia, everywhere we're getting people. Matthew Randall says SSP is as good as mainline. Thank you, Matthew. Mixers plus the sticks mix liquid is an edge, most definitely, because you see in that stick mix liquid you've not only got glycerine like what most glugs have, you've got hemp oil in there, you've got actual tiger nut extract in there, the real stuff, the good stuff. Tight lines, can't be Chrissy Dodd. Tweaker. So pre-baiting a few days before in the evening, though I plan on fishing in the morning. Yes, put it in the evening because then the ducks won't find it during the day, and you have a little bit more time for them fish to home in on it. But I would start to introduce your winter bait or some maize and hemp and groats and all stuff like that on your spots. Maximus, good to see you in here, mate. Leon, have you fished Suffolk Water Park, making a trip down from Wales to catch up with some Essex mates? I've never, but it's one place I'd always wanted to fish. Paul Barber says, Leon, I use a less plastic soak. It's as sweet as anything, works well all year. Yep, anything sweet is good in the winter. David Jones, thank you. He's loving my blogs, thank you very much. Michaela Taranda says, what boiler for autumn? I like a fish meal up. I like to have a fish meal and an all season all the way through October, and introduce the all season bait, my winter bait, as I'm going through October with the fish meal bait. Andrew Crossy says, I Leon went on the bank Sunday and he had 11 carp. Well done, Andrew. Max Stobart, good to see you, mate. Another familiar face. He's just started on a new water and he needs to get some spots going. What do you think about lots of bait as it's still not quite winter? I would, when you say lots of baits, I would do like chop baits and pack it out with hemp and maize and sweet corn, you know, cheaper stuff. But introduce what winter bait you're going to use into that mix and get like, try on a regular basis, put it onto your spots. Ollie Waite says, hi Leon, have you ever fished a carp match? Any tips? Also best of luck. I fished the original BCAC many years ago and we qualified for the final on Horseshoe. We came out last in the draw and we blanked for the weekend, and I've never fished another match since. Keith Oakey says, Leon, what about t-shirt saying camping? I have got a t-shirt that says carping, not camping. Check that one out on the site. Sean Mulqueen says GLM greenlip mussel is very good as well. Yes, I use that as well. I use liver powder and greenlip mussel. Good to see you in here, Sean. Matty Rushton says CC Mod liver powder. Yep, another place you can get it. No problem, Barry Ingram. John Liffey says, I tied some slip D rigs today for me and my boy for sand marting this weekend. Let me know how you get on with them, John, because I think they're a really good one. Graham the Dodge Green says, if you was to pick one winter dip to soak your pop-ups, what would it be? It'd be two, really. I would say Tallinn and Minamino, those two. Hemp oil as well. I can't really pick ones, I use so many different ones. Luke DeCourt says, how's the session going down Cotterton anytime soon? No, I've only been there once and I really enjoyed it, but I don't know when I'm going to go down there again. Maybe in the winter I might do. Sean Runner says, I'm looking for more sensitivity in my alarms. The MXR Plus only have 2 stages. My budget are about £350. Have you looked at Delkins? They might be within the budget, I think. Future carpet, if you do it, it only takes one bite, one word, like the hashtag, it only takes one bite. You look for that and then you apply to come in and then we'll let you in. Andrew Carter says, what bait am I using now? I'm still on the fish meal, but I'm introducing the all season. I'm using the test bait from SSP the fish meal bait, which I've been catching quite a few fish on this summer. Chris, you can't be dodged on the M62 again. I feel your pain. There you go, Brian Mills. Wayne Pettigrew, good to see you. Mad Dog Wayne, yep, that's right. After the flu, what's the best braid to buy on the market? What do you recommend, matey? I used to, if you want it depends if you want it to sink or float. Now, the best floating one, I would say, if you want to fish distance, is probably not spider wire. There's another one, I can't remember the bloody name of it now. But best sinking one would be Nash's Bullet. That's a very good one. Brian Mills says, I had 6 fish Sunday but blanked big time today. Oh, well, at least you had 6 Sunday, Brian. Morgan Evans says, need a new line, mate. Are you still getting on well with the Gardner one? Yes, I've got to re-spool it after about 8-9 months of use. I want to get some new stuff on there. But yeah, GTHD, £15, can't fault it really. Robert Stafford says he found a tub of Richworth Tutti Fruities in the garage this morning. Got to be 20 years old. They still smell a killer pop-up. They always were a good one, weren't they? Bottom baits I prefer to use of those. Hi, Julian Hayes, John Liff. Oh, I don't, yeah, I'm not really sure about that one, but I think we're gonna block him, because I don't know what he's going on about on Mohammed. David Dawkins says, Leon, what is your best rig? I haven't got a best rig, I just apply my rigs to where I'm fishing and the spots I'm fishing. Yep, Max Stobart, that's the way to go forward. Baiting with hemp maize pellet and a bit of boilie. You don't need to put loads of boilie in, bulk it out with the other stuff. Tony Jackerman says, I'm doing this weekend in France on the canal. No, there are good fish in there, but I've struggled previously. Any tips, mate? I think you're very, if it's flowing a little bit, the problem with the canals in France and Holland, fish could be anywhere. They move about in them canals so much that, you know, I think you've got to bait them for a little while, unless you land on them. I think it's very difficult going, but good luck, Tony. Andrew Carter says, what about CSL liquid in the autumn for soak? Yep, CSL liquid is good. Corn steep liquor. Victorium says, hi Leon, can you advise? I've been using GR60 since it came out and love it. It's getting hard to get. Are they not making it anymore? What alternative do you think is as good? If you're happy with the GR60, you just got to try and source it. I would contact Gardner directly and say I'm having trouble, and they probably sell it to you direct, Victoria. Mike Blake, Carp Dog's here, look. Here he is. He's doing what he does best, sleeping. Richie G says, have you ever fished Burley Lakes? No, I've never, unfortunately. No problem, future carping. MJ Mercer says, if you could only fish one lake for the rest of your life, what would it be? I don't know, really. I don't know. I love all different lakes. I fish so many different lakes. Save, Calder, I'm not really sure. SB Sister says, Leon, the guys on my club lake, I do as they do, and they catch lots more than me in 24 hours. Please help, bud. That's just the way it might be. Why don't you do something totally opposite to what they're doing? I bet you catch more. If they're using boilies, use particle. Vice versa. Cole G, good to see you in here, mate. There's another good channel you want to get yourself over to, guys, if you haven't already subscribed or looked at his videos. It's Carl G, Northwestern Fishing. Well, let's get a bit up to date. What's the best rig for using pop-up artificial corn? I would say a little wide gape on a strip back coated hook link, and on a little ring maybe, or just on a little bit of silicone on the bend of the hook, and have the 2 bits of plastic artificial corn just popped up like that, and a little shot or a little bit of putty just below the eye. That's what I've used. Great success. Wayne Pettigrew says, have you seen the Fox Brolly just come out today or shortly. I did see. I looked at the video. It just, yeah, it looks all right, doesn't it? Hope it doesn't leak like the other ones. Lee Muzzer says, can you walk around Welly if you're not a member? You can. It's a public lake, so you pay to get in, to walk around and use the facilities in the park, and you can walk around. Amazing Carper, good to see you here. Have you fished Plantation Lake at Elphick's Fishery? I live about 30 minutes away from Elphick's, and I've never fished it. Paul Webb says, hi Leon, still very new to carp fishing. What rig would you suggest as a good all-round rig for me, first winter coming up? What I would do, Paul, if you're new to fishing, I would pick a pop-up rig that you like and a bottom bait rig that you like. Now, bottom bait rig, I've done a video on here. Go and have a look at that, at the type of bottom bait rig. Bulk standard works bottom bait rig. For a pop-up rig, you can't go wrong with something like the multi-rig. Again, I've done a video on my channel, if you check that out, about the multi-rig. Just pick 2 rigs, one pop-up, one bottom bait that you're happy with, and use them on each and every rod. Morgan Evans says, if you were fishing a silty pit where feeling the lead down is hard, would you use a leg clip and a 12+ inch rig or some sort of rotary setup? I'd use a rotary setup, Morgan. And I bet you there are hard spots. You just got to find them. Groovy Cat, good to see you as well. Good day, Leon. Thanks for all your awesome advice. No problem, it's a pleasure. Joe Brown, Carp Dog, living the life. Yes, he's living the life. Dave Torek says, are you using the V2 yet, Leon? They are a top. No, I'm definitely using it. Look, I don't know if you see it. I'm using it tonight. Very impressed with it so far. Grooving Cat says, what do I tend to use as line strength? £15 normally. Right, let's have a go back. Hazy Boy says, earlier you mentioned maggots been banned and something along the lines of that. What's the reason behind banning maggots? I think the fish get preoccupied on them, I think, on Sandhurst, and you know, it would be whoever's got the most money and wants to put 25 gallons of maggots in are going to catch the fish that weekend or that week or a couple of weeks. So to make it, you know, because everyone can't afford loads of maggots, can they? To make it, and they don't need to. You really don't need to use maggots on sandy. You can use bottom bays, pop-ups, you'll still catch. Your kid says, even Leon, is a new System X available yet? It should be next week, I believe. Keith Oakey says, how do you get on the park lake? Is there a waiting list? I believe there is. It's very difficult to get a ticket. I've been fortunate enough, I've been on the wait list about 7 years, 5 years, and I managed to get a ticket this year. Aaron Paul, will you be doing a review on the Tempest and Skullcap? Yes, I should be at some point, but it won't be for a few months down the line, because I want to get used to it, I want to use it, I want to, you know, I don't like to review things I haven't used. Carl G says, would you use a bivvy heater, and which would you use? There he is. There's my bivvy heater. There's my sleeping bag heater, my hot water bottle. Carpet Chris Dodd says, one rig for the rest of your life, what would you use? I'd have to have 2 rigs. I couldn't just choose one. It'd have to be my bottom bait rig that I use, and it'd have to be the multi-rig for a pop-up. Ashley Shaw says, how far do you plan in regards to future tickets and venues? I try and plan as further ahead. I get my name down on different venues and that, or ask about, probably a couple of years before I want to fish them. Hi Lawrence, good to see you. Luke Mantis says, oi Leon, is it time to find down the tackle and bait a bit now? It's cooled down so rapidly. I don't tend to find anything down. I use exactly the same rigs, exactly the same how I go about things with regard to hook size and everything else. Darren Thompson says, are you on the Park Lake? Yes, I'm on the Park Lake. Billy Oakley says, how much does the Tempest cost? I believe the Tempest is very expensive, 650 quid for just the main thing. That's without the skull cap. Skull cap's 115, so you're looking at 775 quid. It's a lot of money. It took me a long time to actually decide to actually invest in it. No problem, Richie. I can't see all the messages So I just try and go back and try and read them. So the best thing, if your message hasn't been answered by me, just type it out again, copy and paste, type it out again. Richard G says, sorry mate, did you get the chance to reply about have you ever fished Bearley Lakes? Unfortunately, Richie, I've never fished Bearley Lakes, but there might be someone on here who has and give you some advice. Oh, just knocked the phone out of the way. Grooven Cat says, is that a straight main line of fluorocarbon 15 £? Just normal normal standard line, 15 £, 0.35mm. That's what I'm using at the moment, the GTHD. Stephen Brooks, hi Leon, just back from the bank, caught 4 to 14 £, 9 ounces off the top. Proper this time of year, Stephen, that's a proper result. Catching them off the top, isn't it? When the temperatures, but it has been nice and sunny today, hasn't it? Paddy Lawrence says, what do you think of the Ellensburg tuitions and the megabit via screen? It's another plan to remove the fishing and say it should don't like this. Don't know what's going on there, Paddy Lawrence. Don't know where that's come from, but I'm gonna have to remove that for certain. I don't know what that means. Ollie Waite says, have you ever fished any of the Lily Lakes, and which one is best for a few bites with the fish being a good size? Brasenose, definitely Brasenose or Brasenose B. Get yourself on there, Ollie. Always good for a bite, and there's 30s, and I think there might be 40s in there now. Gareth Price says, hi Leon, Soz missed last couple of live feeds. Have you caught yet? No, I haven't caught me live feeds, not for ages. I don't know if you guys remember last beginning part of the year we had a bite when we was fishing zigs, remember? That was crazy, wasn't it? Paul Butler says, on a 24-hour session, how long would you leave things before you think about changing things? I tend to, like now, I'm on a 24-hour session. I tend to, once I've found my spots, I just leave the rigs there till I go home. Not caught anything, UK Carp, good to see you here, mate. Mike Blaze, why spend that much, Leon? What makes it better than bivvies? Half, even less that price. I've looked at and used lots of different bivvies over the years, and I spoke to lots of people who have used lots of different bivvies over the years, and without doubt 8 out of 10 of them said the Tempest version 2, and I can see why. It's very, very well made. It should be for that money, shouldn't it, Mike? It should be absolutely superb, and it's just so flexible. I can use it in the summer as a day shelter, I can use it in the winter, you can have it down, you can have it up. It's got a, you know, I've never spent that much on a bivvy, Mike, but I've splashed out, treated myself, and time will tell if it's worth the money or not. Maximus Lengthless says, chili flakes, Leon, would you add them to a good particle mix, and how spicy would you make it for winter? If you look at my video I did on how to make chili hemp the easy way, you'll see in there I love using chili flakes in my hemp, and I use, just put as much as you can in there, not absolute loads, but put as much as you can because you want it as hot as possible. Fish like it hot. Carpy Chris Dodd says, why are most lakes banning safe zone leasers? It must be because they're not safe, Carpy Chris. I don't know, I'm not really too sure. I've never used safe zone leaders. Yeah, Max Stobart, twice we've seen that message by 2. It's probably the same person, Max. That's probably why. Always get the odd idiot, don't we? Hi Dennis Williams, good to see you here. Keith Oakey says, Leon, do you use chili hemp all the time on your sessions? I tend to use just boilies in the spring and autumn. I tend to use particles more because they're very more digestible, mixed in with my digestible boilies, and I always use chili hemp in the winter. Nicholas Taranda says, what is your overall PB? 56 £, 3 ounces, and that's called England. Yep, I agree, that must be what it is, Brian. Gareth Price, yes, I'm due a bite. Yep, I hope so. Dave Torrick says, sorry I missed Saturday night, Leon. I was on the bank catching fish. I'd rather be on the bank catching fish than talking to me if I'm catching them. So you done the right thing, Dave. He started using his winter bait on the back of the wind and used 3 bait stringers, as it's a forgotten thing with many anglers. Yep, if you look at Carl G, he just released a video about using stringers and PVA. Definitely worth a watch. But yes, I agree, it's a very underused tactic and something I'll be trying again this winter. Nigel Gouldup says, hi mate, have you ever fished Orchard Place Farm near Paddock Wood? No, unfortunately I haven't, Nigel, but I don't actually live that far from there, probably about 20 minutes. Billy Oakley says, I like the look of the new Nash Titan hide bivvy. Have you seen it? Yes, looks very good. I think the new Titans are very good. Lee Munzer says, 10 pesos are definitely worth the money. Best bivvy on the market. Only thing I would wish is the skull cap to come out further on the front. Yeah, I can see that, but yeah. Wayne Pettigrew says, just got onto a lake by me. How can I get past the bream? What's the best tips? Go on 20. I would say double 20 millers, Wayne. Try double 20 millers. Oh, I've got a bit of a bad connection at the moment, so I don't know how much longer this live feed's going to last. It's telling me very bad connection, so I hope I'm getting through to you guys. Greg Smith says, hi Leon, I was going to ask you a couple of questions, but you've answered them already, but can give me a shout out anyway. I will do, Greg. There you go, there's your shout out. Thanks for tuning in. Luke Mantis says, hi, the big question is, does Mrs. B know that you spent on that bivvy, mate? No, she doesn't, and I'd rather keep it that way, Luke. I take price tags off all the time, my gear, taking it home. What I do is I tell her I get it for free. That's a good one, Luke. Gavin Cross, have a look at the ProLogic bulldozer. Lion Leon, it's a fluorocarbon coated and it sinks like a brick. It's 10 times better than Ridge Monkey that I had before. It's 10 quid for 1,000 metres. Yeah, that's bloody good, isn't it? I'll have to have a look for that. Is that a coated fluorocarbon, Gav? Gareth Price says, I saw some real mealworm pellets for birds. Would they be a good bait? Could be, Gareth. Give them a go. Let us all know how you get on with them. Lucky Time says, do you ever have a bit of fun on runs waters? I do very occasionally. I do very occasionally. Dennis Williams says, cheers Leon, you're on the park lake? Yes, I am. Steve Fox says, enjoy it. Evening Leon, evening Steve. Oh, we've got back normal service now. It's saying the connection's a lot better. Evening Leon from Steve Fox. Enjoyed the photography vid, looking forward to the rest of the series. Good, you've got one coming up this Friday about how to take really good self-takes with your phone. God knows who the Paddy Lawrence Wally is, Jason. Good to see you, mate. Oh, we're going to have to get rid of him, aren't we? See, I think Paddy Lawrence is probably someone within the trade who doesn't like what we do, guys. Doesn't like us being honest and saying it how it is about products and things like that. Probably just jealous because they can't get over 100 people on their live feeds. Not that they'd even try and do it, actually. Roy Close, no, I've never heard of using pigeon poo. No, never heard that one. Don't forget, guys, you can get these black chicken hoodies and t-shirts and mugs. Even those ones, look. But the black chicken. There you go. God, for one, Sean, for one scary moment then, I thought Mrs. B had signed in. I told her the old 50 quid one, Sean. I gave her that line. Hi Mike, no offence taken, Mike. You know, everyone's got a right to have their comment and their view and everything like that. That's what this and the closed Facebook group and everything I do. You know, everyone can give their view, and I'm happy to everyone. If someone says not worth the money, what a load of rubbish, I respect that. I'm not going to attack anyone or anything like that. That's their view. You know, it's as simple as that. Yep, Steve, Paddy and Mohammed are the same person. Tight line, Stephen Brooks, good to see you. See, but the thing is, Paddy can't post now because I've blocked him. Oh. Right. Chimpy says, what's opinion on rock salt in bait dips? Ever used it? I haven't in bait dips. I've used it a little bit in spod mixes and things like that, but I just don't think it's... I think you can get other stuff which has got salt in it, other products, like Bellican, very salty. See you in the next video, Billy Oakley. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming. Keith Oakey says, sorry Leon, didn't catch what you said about the chili hemp. Do you only use it in spring and autumn, plus winter, and just boilies in summer? Yes, I tend to, not all the time. I've done a video where I went to the quarry where I used lots of chili hemp. But for the waters I fish, I tend to use just boilies in the spring and summertime, and autumn normally. Come winter, then I use the chili hemp all the time. Maximus, you've got it right there. Cammy Goss says, yeah, it's a mono with fluorocarbon coating, it's really supple, caster sinks brilliantly. Yep, cranky carpers. Andy Boswell's from the UK, good. God, I've got a bloody, I'm missing loads of messages here. Lee Munn says, this carp dog just woke up because she realised I'm cooking some food. Sounds about right. Yes, Mike, definitely. Ballican paste wrapped round a boilie, deadly in the early spring. If you watch any of my videos, guys, you'll see I wrap a paste around my boilies in the spring and the summer. Brian Mills says, come winter he uses a particle feed with his leftover bait from the summer crushed up. Yep, good way. Thieves like us, do pop-ups work in the winter season as well as summer? Yes, they can. Actually, they probably work better in the winter months. Gary Kane says, do I ever use tigers or sweet corn on the hair? Yes, I use tigers and corn. Paul Butler says, Leon, what leaders do you use? I use fluorocarbon leaders, 2 wraps, which is about 24 foot of 18-pound fluorocarbon. Darren Hall says, what do you use for boom section of the stiff hinge rig? I use, oh bloody, I can't remember the bloody name of it now. It comes in black and white. That should give the game away, but I can't remember the name of it now. Oh, bloody, it's been around for years and it's cheap as chips. Someone will probably tell us. Morgan M says, what time do you use right for tiger nuts? Because I always use them in the summer, but I heard they're good in the winter because they're digestible. You can use them in the winter, Morgan, but I tend to use them more in the summer. Carpy3 says, when is your next photography video? Love the first one. Thank you, first of all, that you liked it. I appreciate you telling me you liked it. This Friday should be. Dinner on the table. Richard Joseph. Yes, I've got to make my dinner in a minute. I've got soup. Roy Close says, can you use garlic in the winter months, Leon? Yes, you can use garlic. Amnesia, that's it, Brian. Brian Mills, thank you very much for enlightening my failing brain as I get older. Amnesia I use for the stiffer boom section of my hinge stiff rigs. Dave Troy says, we are getting a lot of knuckleheads gatecrashing your channel again. Yeah, we always do. It's probably jealous guys and people from the trade who don't like what I'm doing. Thank you, Gavin, Amnesia, Darren Coburn, thank you, Amnesia. Anthony Boswell, do you like sushi? I think we'll be blocking Anthony Boswell as well. I think he'd be going because he's boring me. Thank you, Sean McQueen, Keith Oakey, yep. Gary Kane, Amnesia, yep. CWC Carp Fishing says, hi Leon, I've renamed my Staffy Carp Dog. Staffy Carp Dog Black Chicken. He responds to it now. That's great. Let's have another look at him before. Look at it. I bet he's not like him. Look. That's all he wants to do is sleep. I don't blame him really though. Dan B says, just described to your channel and want to know your #1 piece of advice for autumn. Dan, if you subscribe to my channel, all you have to do is go to my last 2 vlogs about autumn, vlog 1 and vlog 2, which came out yesterday, and my 5 top tips for autumn. That will tell you everything you need to know. Anyone said amnesia, Graham? Yeah. Yes, Lee Munslow, Seagull is a very good, I'll make you right there. I do use the Seagull stuff for the booms as well occasionally. Gary Kane says, who taught me to carp fish, and good luck? It was sort of a couple of guys really. There's a guy called Danny who taught me many years ago, but really taught myself. Yeah, bye Paul, thanks for stepping in. Got to put his kids to bed. Thanks for stepping in. When would you use hollow leaders? Gareth Price, hollow leaders. What do you mean by hollow leaders? Do you mean like lead core, which is hollow? I'm not sure what you mean, Gareth. Thanks, Joe. Evening, Phil Humphreys. Good to see you in here. John Wood. Yep, thanks, John. Thank you very much. Am I doing any winter shows? I'm doing loads this year. For anyone who's interested, who want to come and see me, come and have a chat, whatever. I'll be on the Summit stand at all the shows. I'll be at the CARP the CARP show, the CARP Society one. I'll also be at Northern Show. I'll also be at Zwalla. I shall be at Montlucon. I shall be at the big one. I shall be all of them really. So just come and pop your head in and say hello. Sean Rowland says, what's your opinion on crimping instead of tying? I've never been confident with crimping. I've always tied a knot. So if you're confident in doing it, Sean, or anyone else who uses crimps, then go ahead, it's what you're confident in. Exactly, Maximus. Maximus says, who needs a hot water bottle when you've got a carp dog? He keeps my feet warm. Yep, and you, Mike, have a great night as well. I agree, Dennis. I think that's it, you know. But this is, you know, the problem is with the big companies that they think we're all stupid. Carp dog's great, Greg. Aaron Paul says, now the leaves are falling, do you lengthen the height of your pop-up or do you stick to the same length? I mess about with the height. I change it every now and again. I bring it down to like 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and I put it up to 3 inches. Morgan Evans behind the carp dog, he's always sleeping, isn't he? Roy Close says, Leon, you're doing a great job. It's a great set of lads. Ignore the idiots. I do, Roy. Dave Fish says, how do you tie your fluorocarbon leaders on your main line? I do a back-to-back grinner. Have a look at that. That's what I tie any two pieces of line together. I use a back-to-back grinner. Lead-free, yes. I don't use lead-free hollow leaders, Paul. Thanks for highlighting that. Yep, back-to-back grinner, Matty. Evening, Liam Burns. Andrew Cartwright says, what rods are you using and why? I'm using the old Lion Carp rods. Really like them. They're really good. Gareth Price says he bought some Python core, £45. Is this a lead core leader? I've never heard of Python core. I don't know who does it. I'm not really too sure. Maybe someone here will be able to tell us. Northern show is the end of February, Darren. If you're about, come and say hello. I'll be on the Summit tackle stand. Come and say hello. Wayne Pettigrew, what do you think about Solar Tackle bringing out Bivy? They've got a lot of investment from a few companies, a Chinese company, and they're going to be hopefully back to where they was. Great company. Michaelis Taranda says, do you think that bright pop-ups or pop-up corn can scare the carp away of some fisheries? Maybe. Maybe. Barbara Lewis, we're loving your picture, I must say. Lawrence Lancaster says, Leon, have you used Catran chain core? No, I've never used it, never even heard of it. Sean Rowland says, thanks for answering my questions. You're a top bloke. See you on the next video. Thanks for being here, Sean. That's what it's all about. You guys turning up, that's what it's all about. Keith Oakley says, crimping is brilliant. There you go. Dennis Wim says, which Northern Show, Leon? I'll pop in to see you. It is the Northern Show. I think it's Northern Show 6. It's at the Manchester Arena, I think, or something like that. Right, guys, we've been going for 55 minutes almost. I'm going to call it a day for tonight. I appreciate every single one of because I'm starting to get a really bad connection. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're watching this on the playback, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and go and check out the black chicken hoodies and t-shirts on the website www.leoncarper.com, and everyone I sell helps me keep this channel going. Thanks guys, appreciate you all coming in here. Oh yes, don't forget about the close Facebook group. It only takes one bite. Get yourself over there, get yourself in. Most of the guys you see commenting on here are already in there. Enjoy yourself guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you for the next live on Saturday night hopefully. See you soon. Thanks for turning up. Appreciate every single one of you.